Welcome, guys. Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into it. Happy Sunday to everybody. What's going on, Overcome? Iman, what's going on, brother? Eller. Well, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Can't believe it's Sunday already. I feel like this weekend has just flown by. But let's jump right into it. So Jojo, Rosales, Anthony, Dottie, Pink, what's going on, guys? How are you doing? Excuse me. Rosales said calls on fire. It's been moving. We're gonna definitely check it out. So let's just jump right into it. So jumping right in on Milady, let's look at the charts here. So you guys can see she's currently sitting at around that 29 mark, right under the 30. And I mean, as you look at this has been since the last, 3 or 4 days. You can see that we're clearly on an upward momentum, right? You guys can see that the bottom, as of now, was going to be down here at this 19.5. And you guys can see, we talked about this. Let me pull the 2-hour chart up here. We talked about, eating up those dips, right? And if you did eat up those dips, obviously you did pretty well as far as catching some good buys right here at the 200-day moving average for the 200-day SMA on the 2-hour chart. Looks like right now, Milady is currently on a nice run as we speak. Obviously, that's going to be the crypto FUD effect. We're live. We're here. Let's go. She's running, right? That's how it's going to go. Real quick, we got 20 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like. But yeah, Milady definitely is doing great. Nothing too much from yesterday. You can see she's just been going on these swings. And if you can really see, the swings are starting to get more fine-tuned, right? They're starting to get more smaller price range, which is telling me most likely we're going to start seeing some big explosions here soon where it's going to have a nice breakout. Hopefully towards the upside. Bitcoin looking almost the same. You guys can see. We'll move to the 2-hour chart. For the 2-hour chart for Bitcoin, it broke the 200-day SMA. We talked about this a few days ago. Let me move to the 4-hour for Bitcoin. The 4-hour, though, looks pretty similar to what Milady's 2-hour looks. You can see 200-day moving average. It bounced twice, just like Milady did. And you can see it's clearly trying to stay on this upward momentum. I think, like I've been telling you guys, this week I think it's going to be a big week. We've had a solid full week of us kind of be on the down and just, chopping towards the side. We have the halving. I mean, I feel like a broken record to keep saying it, but we have the halving coming up in less than 30 days now. We're going to wake up one morning and we're going to see some big explosions. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be coming up in this week where we're going to start seeing some good moves, where we're going to kind of get back on track and break, at least come up and test this $70,000 mark is what I'm guessing for Bitcoin. Obviously, we'll have to see how it works. You can see there is clearly a W pattern that's formed. I would love to see this thing move to the upside and just start shooting off for Bitcoin, because obviously you're going to see everything else move with it. So looking at the bubbles for today, we have some solid big movers today. Looks like, let's see here, we have Conflux, never heard of it. BitTorrent's running. Hex. We have Optimism running pretty good. ICP's up 5%. Beam is up 5%. Remember yesterday, people were talking about Gala. Beam is going to be Gala's competition, and you can see that Beam's technically up today trying to make a run as well. So China definitely, I think Beam and Gala are going to be fighting to the death here coming up in this bull run. So Iman said, just wondering when Binance is going to list Milady. Man, don't worry yourself too much, right? It's going to happen when it happens. The only thing I can say on that is just keep dollar cost averaging in, right? Right now would be the best time to just be dollar cost averaging in, especially when you see these dips. Just keep dollar cost averaging in and let everything play itself out naturally, right? Because you're not going to know when they drop it. None of us are really going to know when they actually drop it until it's done, right? So I keep telling you guys, my predictions is when Milady's, when we continue to have really good days in volume, and you guys remember, you go back 2 weeks ago, Milady was having $60-70 million a day volume, which was outstanding compared to what we were having just 2 months ago. We were at like $2 million, $3 million for the day, right? So 2 weeks ago, we're at $60-70 million consecutively, every day, at least $50 million in volume. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for those high volume projects because, like I keep telling you guys, Binance, Coinbase, they make money off transactions. So when you have a project that's like Milady that starts just running up on hype, the volume's going crazy every day, $100 million, $200 million days, that's when you're going to see Binance. They're going to be forced to add Milady onto their exchange because they're seeing all that money that they could be making. So it's going to happen eventually down the road. I wouldn't be, just let it play out, right? Because none of us are really going to know until it happens, unless we have some insiders on Binance. Mark, what's going on? Mohammed Bailey, what's going on? Kaktoshi, love the name, bro. I really love the name. It suits you. Desmond with the no FUD koala emoji, that looks dope. Just added it today. And if you're wondering how they have those custom emojis, they are part of the member squad. We did have a members only meeting yesterday and we strictly talked about DeFi. This week coming up, we're going to be tackling support, resistance, and fib retracement lines, and just finding out how I really use moving averages. Getting into depth how I use moving averages to make my trades daily, if it's weekly, whatever the case is, long term. Always trying to find, because what's the best thing about crypto, right? Is really getting yourself into the best position, right? Buying in at that best position. So if you have the knowledge of when a project's actually is up high and when a project's actually taking a dip, or when it's at a good spot to buy or sell, I feel like that's like the best knowledge you can have as far as crypto to utilize and master, gaining profits. So we are going to be tackling that on next week's meeting, which will be either Saturday or Sunday. We'll release that during the week, but that will be coming up. If you're interested, make sure you guys hit that join. It's right next to the subscribe button. $5 to join. That's it. You could be a millionaire off of that, right? At least a thousandaire. I know a lot of us been making plays on DeFi, and I mean, a lot of these boys have made that money. That $5 was just a freaking little dime in the bucket compared to what a lot of these people are up like crazy for some of these projects that we've been dropping. And speaking of that, let's jump in on some of the DeFi, because I know that's really the top commodity. But real quick, I do want to see, let's look at our watch list and see. So we have Pepe's up 1%, Dogecoin's up 7%. Let me see if there's any other. Bunk's up about 4%. Myro up 8%. I've been watching the hell out of Myro because I want to jump in on Myro. I feel like Myro is one of the meme coins that is just like Milady, that has a small market cap that hasn't really exploded yet, right? So I'm keeping an eye on Myro, and ICP's up 6%. Another project that I'm keeping an eye on is ALI. You guys know I did buy in on ALI. This was before we blew up down here at the like 1.9, around that 1.9 penny. I did sell up here, and now I've been keeping an eye on it because I do want to jump in on ALI again. So I'm kind of watching to see if she's going to retrace anymore, and then we'll see if I'm going to jump in. But I definitely am keeping my eye on this because this project is an AI project that has a very small market cap. Solana not doing bad, up 2%. Lady's obviously up about 6%. And then obviously we talked about Bitcoin right now at 65,555. Bunch of fives there. And Ethereum around $3,400. So not doing too bad. Ethereum is holding up pretty well, given that they're going to, I have a feeling, because there's been a lot of articles coming out that the SEC might be coming after them in regards to calling them a security. I don't know if I believe all that, but we'll see how it goes. So let's just jump into Blue Oyster said, who's selling NFK? Well, what we have here, and we're going to address it right now, is we have a whale. You see how he's a whale? This guy's somehow accumulated a lot of this project, our project, and he's been selling off. So everything's fine. We're going to be perfectly fine. We're letting him do what he's got to do. He's almost out of his position, and then we're going to just start boosting this up. But we've kind of been waiting. We've been waiting. I have a lot of liquidity that we're going to be adding into the project. And I've been telling everybody on the Discord, honestly, take advantage of the dip. Take advantage of the dip right now because you guys are able to jump in right now while it's low before this thing starts to explode. We just have this one whale that's basically, I don't know, he got into the project earlier or whatever the case is, but he's been slowly but surely selling off big increments. You can see as of right here, he's sold off somewhere around $10,000 of our project in the last 24 hours. So we are holding up really well. We're up still 1,000% in 24 hours, right? So everything's going to be perfectly fine. All I can say is just dollar cost average in, keep eating up the dip. And I'm telling you guys, we have some big things rolling out for this project. Let this guy sell off. You guys take advantage of it. Pick up his position so we can move on. And he'll probably look back and be like, why the hell did I sell off all those? But honestly, I want him to get out of this project. Whoever this is nobody on the channel. So when we dropped the project, I don't know why, but right when we dropped the project, we had a couple people just jump in like massively and pick up these big positions, right? So right now they've been selling off, or since we've been moving up like crazy, they've been slowly taking advantage of it. So we're just kind of letting them move on. Like I said, I guarantee you guys are going to see some big price action going on in this project, but we need to let this guy freaking just remove his position, and he's slowly doing that. And I see a lot of people are eating up the dip, so just continue to like I said, dollar cost average in like any other project. We updated the deck screener. You guys can see we have the Discord. I'm actually right now, our Discord, it goes to our Discord, right? But we're going to be transferring over because we did just set up a Twitter page, and we have its own Discord that's going to be for no FUD Koala going in directly to a different Discord. So I will let you guys know whenever we drop that. But like I said, nothing to worry here. You guys can see, and we'll go through a lot of projects. This happens. Every project that drops, you have these people that jump in. Like, I mean, the dude jumped in like the second we freaking dropped the project, right? And I mean, now they're taking advantage of it because we had such a big run up. So every project has that. It's the name of the game in the DeFi space. And we'll go over a lot of projects that pretty much have gone through that. So let's check out Call. Call's been on a big run recently. Market cap's up to $12 million. Let's do that. We're going to do that for no FUD. Watch. No FUD jumped up to $1 million market cap yesterday. Believe it or not. Briefly hit $1 million in just a day. So that's crazy. We'll be right back up and running for sure. So real quick, I want to check out Call. So you guys can see, same thing pretty much with Call. Look how they started off, and we went on a massive run, and look at this drop. I mean, this was like a 50-60% drop on Call, right? So, I mean, it happens. What happens is a lot of people, it's not going to give me the percent, a lot of people will jump in on these DeFi projects, and when this project started off, it was at like a few $1,000s. So when they jumped in, they got in at a beautiful position, and people were taking advantage of it when it ran up like crazy. I mean, you would do the same thing too, right? I would. It's the name of the game. But what happens is a lot of these projects will start, they'll run up thousands of percent, and then you have these whales, which really, they weren't whales. They just balled in at the right position, threw a couple $100s in, and turned it into $10,000-$20,000, right? So, and you can see they've sold off a lot of their position on this drop right here, and we dropped 50-60%. And it kind of went through sideways action, and then you see again, beautiful run up even more. And look what happened. This dropped even more, another 60-70% drop on Call. But look what's going on now. Now the project kind of weeded off all those people that bought in originally and sold off. And now you have majority of the project, the long-term people just eating it up. And Call's finally starting to break out naturally, right? Naturally. So it looks great, honestly. I'm a little bit upset. I sold my position. You guys remember, I think it was on Thursday's stream, which has already been like 4 days ago. I did move my position, and I'm going to be jumping back on Call. I'm just praying that I don't have to jump in at such a high point right now, but it is what it is, right? J Volt said, "How do I get in on NFK?" So it's going to be on Solana, so you're going to need to use your Solana wallet, whatever you're using. I use Phantom, and I'll copy the address right here. I'll put it on the chat, and all you have to do is basically this is the official address that I just dropped. Prodigy said you can join the Discord as well, and they'll literally walk you through. But I just put the address right there. You can always jump in and you can copy and paste that address and put it in your swap. You're gonna need to swap it on Radium or Jupiter swap on Solana, and you can jump in. Right now is a beautiful time because you can see we had such a crazy run up, and we're down 50. I think it said 50 or 60%. Yeah, we're down 60% right now. So I mean, you guys are getting in right now, even if you've already bought in. Currently you can bring your average down right now where we're at. But right now we're going to have these swings, right? We're going to have these swings because the market cap is relatively low right now. It happens, like I just pointed out, for the best of the projects. But as we continue on, we're going to continue to build. Like I said, I'm going to continue to keep adding not only my knowledge and everything, but liquidity as well. Me, a few other people, we have a lot of money invested in this project, and we're not going anywhere. I want to see this project, like I said, I want to see it break over $1 million, not just in market cap, but I want to see liquidity at like $10 million in a market cap at like at $1 billion, right? Because I know all my people will eat really well. So, but it's going to take a little bit of time, right? And we're just going to keep adding, keep buying the dip, and let these, we have literally, because I monitor everything, there's only like 2 whales that are in the project right now. There's literally only like 2 whales. And they're going to get out. They're going to be getting out here soon. So Bogart said, yeah, TJ said all his coins were sent to him. He didn't buy. Bro, and what's crazy too is, let's see. So I don't know how it is or what's going on. But so let's look at call. I keep bringing up call, but let's look at it. Top traders. Let's see here. So look at this wallet right here. They never bought in. And they sold 37,000. This wallet never bought in, sold 36,000. This wallet right here never bought in, sold 35,000. This wallet right here never bought in, sold 24,000, right? And the list keeps going on and going on, right? So for whatever reason, for every freaking project, this is how it goes. I don't know what it is, what's going on. Right? I don't know what's going on, but I was able to go on SolScan, and I could verify what this whale actually holds, and he's almost done. You see how right here it's basically, it says an unknown balance. Well, when we go on to SolScan, I could look on there, and it said that he's pretty much sold almost all of his position. So hopefully, that's why I keep saying, as he keeps selling off, all of us are just eating up the dip. We're just eating the dip up, and just basically picking up his position. So that's the only way. That's the only thing we could do right now as far as turning ourselves into whales for right now. Because like I said, I don't know what the hell happened, but dude became a whale in the project, and thankfully he only had a certain amount, and he's almost done. But like I said, we could go through each project, and for whatever reason, it's like that, you know what I'm saying? You have all these wallets that are just, it doesn't say that they bought in. I don't know how, or what if the dude did buy in and sent it to a different wallet, and then he's selling off that wallet, right? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly what it is, because like you go on every project and you'll see these big sales on a lot of these really big $1 million projects, $50,000, $100,000 sales, and you look and it doesn't say that they bought in whatsoever. So the only thing I can think of is that whoever they bought in, and for whatever reason, they're sending it to a different wallet to sell. That's the only thing I can think of, because I can see where all the when everything was launched, I can see what's in circulation, right? And we have a wallet that holds 50% circulating supply, right? So I can see, it's not like they're stealing or they've hacked into the wallet, because I can see it. You know what I'm saying? I check it periodically throughout the day, especially when I saw this going on, and there's no hack or whatever, whatever, you know, that case. Because at first I was like, did we get freaking hacked already? You know, and I was like, hold on here, there's no way, you know. So we're good. Like I said, I'm telling you guys, without trying to spill the beans, we're going to be moving up. All right, we're just kind of letting this whale sell off, and I'm hoping that he's not in the video right now, because we want him to just keep selling off. You guys are basically getting a beautiful opportunity to jump in at a cheap price, and we're going to be moving on, right? And then you're going to see, just like all the other projects, you guys see this where they initially have these beautiful run-ups, the whales sell off, and then the project will naturally just start doing its thing. So TJ said Myro will kill it. Yeah, I'm definitely, like I said, I've been kind of waiting, bro. I want to buy in a little bit less than like 19 cents. That's where it was at like 2 days ago. You guys remember I was talking about Myro when it was 5 cents, and I did sell when it was at around 37, but I've been waiting to get my position back up. So someone said Bitcoin's crashing. What are you talking about, bro? Bitcoin's not crashing. I'm going to add the Discord in a second, Prodigy. I got you. Rosales said he bought in at 3 a.m. I was wondering what whale did that at 3 a.m., Rosales. All right, I see you, bro. Blue Oyster said the whale must be on your YouTube because they just sold more. How come their amount is unknown? Well, I just answered that. And dude, listen, like I just said, I hope he's almost, because his bag's almost done. So let him do what he's got to do. Let him do what he's got to do. For you can see where we're at right now. We've found some beautiful support right here at the 16. So like I said, where we're at right now is a perfect spot, honestly, to just be dollar cost averaging in right now before we actually explode naturally. And plus, you know what? It's okay. We needed whales at the beginning. Those were the people that came in and were buying big bags. You know, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. So it's all about positioning yourself, right? And this was something that we went over on the members only, in regards to mapping out DeFi and getting in on really good positions. I showed them how it's almost like your project sniping, right? Where you're basically, we showed it on how I do it, where you can literally have your screen up and you can see right when a project drops. I mean, the second it drops, and what these people will do is they go, right when the project drops, they're probably in such profit on everything else that they'll risk a project being a rug pull, and they'll throw in like $200 on just every project that's dropping, right? And you can see this project, he did that, and he's been able, I don't know if it was 200, he could have bought in. We had people that initially jumped in buying thousands of dollars, right? And that's why the price just shot up. The first like 5 hours, it was up thousands of percent, because these people jumped in. I mean, before I even was able to make any buys myself, I dropped the project. I'm telling you guys, I went on the deck screener and there was already like 10 people that had bought in, I mean, instantaneously. And those are the people that have been selling off. It's just, that's what they do. That's like their job, is what they do. J-Vote, welcome to the team, brother. Welcome, bro. Make sure you hit up all those emojis, dude. Can't they be issued to wallets in the making? What do you mean by that? Michael, what's going on? Bitcoin's not cashing. Eduardo, what's going on, brother? Justin said, can you check pump metal on Chronos? Let's see. Is that a new one? Looking at the new stuff that just dropped. I don't see pump metal on here, bruh. You sure, bro? I don't see no pump metal or mental, whatever the hell. Oh, spelled it wrong on here. There it is. Bro, you better be careful. I mean, it's running. It's definitely running. Liquidity is only at $1,000, so be very careful with that one. Eduardo said sniper bots. I mean, could be, bro. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know how Solana is so freaking like crazy right now? Like I said, these people, I mean, right when projects drop, it's a business that they do where they're able to jump in on projects like right when they drop. And you know, we all can do the same thing, but it's risky because a lot of projects that drop are rug pulls, right? But I guess let's say you jump in on 10 projects and you're throwing $200 on each one, right? So that's $2,000. Only one project's got to really go crazy like our project did, and you make all your money back plus, right? So I'm guessing it's a numbers game where they're just jumping in on the projects, you know, and just, you know, whatever one pops, that's what they're running with. So like I said, we saw the same thing with Call. When Call first dropped, it was just the price was like it was almost being manipulated so much. Desmond said, what are you talking about for this one? For pump? Desmond said it might be a rug pull for this one right here, this project. I'm not going to say necessarily because it's technically, it dropped today. So, I mean, if you're up, get those profits and just be careful. You know? It's the only thing I can say for that one. Jamie said, what are your thoughts on Luna Classic? I mean, I'm just like baffled that it's still around and it actually has a decent size market cap. That's my thoughts on it. Like, I'm just like, I'm blown away that everything that happened with Luna Classic, people are still, you know, there's still a big community for Luna Classic. I don't think it's going anywhere, right? I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And I think in the bull run, it'll probably do really well, which is crazy. Market cap is freaking $800 million. That just blows my mind. It's still up there. As far as the project, though, I mean, you can see this thing goes on really fast runs and then it retraces. So what I would say, Jamie, on this project, I don't know if you're invested in it or not, but I would probably look. You see how it keeps bouncing at this 200-day moving average? If you can have patience and if you're able to catch it around this 200-day moving average, right now that would be technically around the 10, the 11 mark. If you can catch right there around that 200-day for Luna Classic, I think you'll be able to run it up. And I would just be catching these gains, repositioning myself, catch these gains and reposition myself, you know, and keep onward with that. Justin said whales buy trillions at the beginning and leave within an hour or so. 100%. And Justin said that's why he wanted me to check it out. Yo, so that's what I'm going to tell you, bro. You know, as far as this project is, it doesn't, I mean, my red flags would be just that the fact that the liquidity is so freaking low and the market cap so low. Right? It's very, very low. Usually when you see a project drop, they're going to at least have $10,000 liquidity and the market cap's going to be, you know, at least $40,000, $50,000, right? This is I'm not saying that it could be an off, you know, one of those off projects where maybe they start off very low, you know, and they're just going to build up, but this smells like what usually happens, right? You have some little scammer that's going to create a project. They only have like $1,000 to work with. So they're going to put $1,000 in liquidity, right? They're going to start the project up and they're waiting for a few people to drop a few $100s. And then they're just going to pull all the liquidity out, right? And they're going to do it over and over and over again, right? Because right here, let's look at Chronos. Let's look at in the last 3 days. Well, let's look at the 24 hours because they'll get deleted after. Look at this. You see all this? These are all rug pulls in the last 24 hours. All these are all rug pulls. Every single one of these projects is a rug pull. This is just on Chronos right here, and I can almost guarantee. Look, they did a call with knife. Look at that. I can almost guarantee that it's probably the same 10 people that are doing it over and over and over again on here, right? So that's why I just say be careful. Just be very careful. Be very cautious because, with something like that, when you're talking about $1,000 liquidity, it's sketch. Very sketch. I told you guys we updated. Yeah, I did. I told you we updated our the deck screener on here, so we're gonna be continuing to keep everybody up to date. We got 41 rockets on there. Nice. Telling you guys, we're gonna continue to build because you know what? All those other projects you saw, that those people they're doing malicious stuff, right? We're not doing any of that stuff. Like this is gonna have a big promotion behind the project, obviously with the YouTube that we have. We're gonna be all over Twitter, all kinds of stuff. So I'm telling you guys, this is just beginning stages, and we're gonna continue to run and run. Right now, the market cap's only at $300,000. Let's get this up to where call's at. Let's build up. I'm telling you guys, and we're on Solana, so once we start flowing too, watch how much money comes in from people that aren't even associated with the channel or anything like that. We saw a lot yesterday. I mean, look at the volume. The volume in just 24 hours on our project. $71,000. $71,000 in the last 24 hours of volume. That's crazy. That's craziness. Mohammed joining the squad. Welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome. Can't wait to see you on this Saturday or Sunday. And Jasmy with the $20 super chat, bro. Said thanks for NFK. No worries, brother. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the support. And I know this is going to make out well for all of us. So I appreciate that $20. 100%. Looking at the news real quick. This weekend has been doesn't it seem like this weekend in crypto has been kind of just like a boring weekend? It feels like there really hasn't been much going on, right? Like I get on here and I'm like praying for some kind of a big article to share with you guys. And it's like nothing. There's nothing going on really, which I guess is a good thing. We have Kathy Wood. She's a very big, big bull. I wouldn't call her a maxi. I would call her a bull because she loves Solana and a lot of other projects. And you can see, oh, okay, Muhammad, oh, you're C1. Oh, okay. All right, brother. See, I know everybody's name on the Discord, and then you guys have obviously some of you have different names on here, so welcome to the squad, bro. Yeah, so Kathy Wood calls for a Bitcoin of a $1.5 million price target, which is craziness. That'd be nuts. You imagine when Bitcoin gets to freaking $1 million market cap? I mean, $1 million per Bitcoin? It's going to be freaking insane. Absolutely insane. Look at this right here. Brett on Chronos. Be careful with that. Let's look at the top trending. So you guys can see last night, call's been going crazy. This project we covered yesterday, Kreese, has really broke out really well. You guys can see with the $1 million market cap, $1.7 million market cap, and the liquidity is beautiful at $500,000. So obviously they updated their deck screener as well. They didn't have anything updated before. Now they do. You can see it looks great as far as all that. Project looks good. I wouldn't be surprised if this project starts breaking out even more as it continues. But it's up technically 174% in the last 24 hours. So definitely looks good for Chronos. Troll having a big, let's see here, having a big, not a big, but a dip. I'm pausing because I was like, I just bought in on Troll when it dropped down to here. Keep my eye on that. Michael said, I tried buying 2 Sol last night, but my card wasn't working. Where are you buying your soul from? Like on an exchange? Overcome said, sorry, dude, I was working yesterday when I learned about NFK. Just got Phantom Wallet transferred approved. Where to buy NFK again? So is it not pinned on the top? I didn't pin it. Let me see here. So here's the address. There's the address. I got to pin it to the top here. So here's the address. I just dropped it on here. So what you're going to need to do is on your Phantom Wallet, you're going to go into your browser. It's going to be on the bottom. Let me see if I can pull up Phantom. So it'll show me. So you see how this is what your wallet's going to look like right here. And you're going to see down on the right hand side that little, it's going to be like a little world. That's going to be your browser. So you're going to go click that browser and you're going to go into the search. When you hit the browser, there's going to be a search up here and you're going to go into Radium, or you can go into Jupiter, whatever swap you prefer. And you're going to basically copy and paste the address that I posted on there. I'm going to pin it to the top. And you're going to swap over your Solana or USDC, whatever you're using for that that address, which is going to be your NFK. MC said, shout out the Reddit group. What Reddit group, bro? Who we shouting out? Who we shouting? Yesterday we did a big shout out. Someone was hosting a birthday party, and we did a big shout out. He said there was like 50 people at his house. We did a big birthday shout out. Jasmy's still looking pretty good, guys. Someone said Milady's breaking out. One thing I will tell you guys real quick while we are sitting here. So for the 2 hour, look what Bitcoin just did. So this white line is going to be the 100-day moving average. The white line, your 100-day moving average. Now you guys can see as we were making all-time highs, we were parallel and above the white line, right? Above the 100-day. As we went down, we broke below the 100-day moving average. And look what Bitcoin just did. It just broke above the 100-day moving average. We haven't done that since we were at all-time highs. Bitcoin looks like she's setting up for a big week, guys. And let's see what Milady is doing right now as well. Look at that. Milady right now is obviously reacting positively to what Bitcoin's doing. And look where she's hitting her head right now. A spot that we've had marked as some resistance slash... we actually have never found this as support yet. You can see we have this spot. We've hit our head multiple times at this spot right here. So let's see while we're live if we're going to break through this spot right here, which is going to be basically the 29. We'll call it the 30 right here. But she looks great. Are you guys talking about the Milady Reddit group? Because if you guys are, shout out to everybody that's on Reddit on the Milady group. I see you guys. I always get the posts sent to my phone. I see a lot of there's a big community on Reddit as far as Milady for sure. So shout out to everybody that is in the Milady Reddit group. Mohammed said, when are we starting marketing for NFK? Very soon, bro. We got it all in the works. Like I said, we're right now, I want to make sure that everybody on the channel is getting in some good positions before we really start taking, doing marketing and stuff like that. Because once we start flying, we're not going to come back to these levels, right? We're not going to come back to these levels because especially if you guys are all eating up this dip right here that we're in, that means you guys are getting solid positions in. I know most of you guys are going to be probably long-term holders. So as we move up and we're all not selling, we're holding, the price is going to stay at a certain point where it's going to have massive support, right? Because we're going to be all in. A lot of us are going to be majority holders of the project, and the people that are buying in down the road after we do marketing and all that good stuff, they can only do so much because they're going to be buying in high. So if they sell, we're going to have support at certain levels. And I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing these levels again once we start marketing and stuff like that. That's why I'm just telling everybody, dollar cost average in, eat up the dips. You know what I'm saying? If we see any more dips for right now, just keep eating them up because you're getting in at a good position. And we're going to basically, like I said, when we shoot up, we're not coming back to these levels. I assure it. So yeah, Prodigy, are you here? Overcome said, can someone post the NFK address on Discord? I'm gonna have Prodigy if he's here. Make sure Prodigy, if you can, post the address in the Discord on the general chat, so Overcome can jump in. Jake said, "Call is where we're at now, baby. Call's doing really well. We were just talking about that." Let's see here. Let's go back over here to the watch list and call. It's so funny. Call. They should have that when you pull up the deck screener. Right when you click into it, it's like call. Oh man, what if they really have this guy like he's the pet for the project, and he's like trained to walk around with a knife in his mouth? Oh man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Call's doing great, guys. I mean, she's sitting at around $12 million market cap right now, so. Jake said that would be so fire. Ay. It's come a long way, I tell you that, guys. There was times, so when we posted call to the members in the Discord when call was at about $500,000 market cap, right? And you guys can see this was back here, and a lot of us jumped in. A lot of people, a few of us jumped in, and they're still holding massive bags in the trillions. You know what I'm saying? And like I was telling you guys, call went through almost the same stuff where you saw this beautiful run up. You saw a lot of people taking profits, right? And again, that dip was nothing. This dip right here scared the hell out of me. When we shot up, we made this all-time high. We literally dropped down like 70%. I was like, oh man. I was like, that was it? You know, and then you can see it slowly started to make its way back up. I mean, went through a little bit of turbulence, but what you guys can see in call now is it looks like a lot of the whales that initially jumped in have gone, right? They've sold off. That's why you see these really big dips right here. So I would guarantee that a lot of the whales sold off that got in early, and now you're just seeing the project naturally moving up. And that's what happens with DeFi, with a lot of these projects. We'll go through Solana and you'll see all the projects. They'll first start and they shoot up thousands of %, and then they come back down, right? And then you can see it's because everybody that bought in so early made off like bandits. They're selling off, you know, and then the project will drop right back down hundreds of %, and then you'll see it naturally start moving up from there. It's just the name of the game for DeFi as far as that. So I always tell you guys, a lot of people with DeFi, they stick and move, right? They stick and move. They don't want to be in these projects for too long. They just jump in. They try to get their best position. They make some good money and they jump out and they go do it all over again to another project. Jake says, you want to know what happened? What happened with Jake said, were you in the Discord during that dip? I wasn't in the I'm not in the call Discord, but we have a lot of the guys that are in our Discord that are in the call Discord, and they said, let me retrack. Weren't they trying to build up the volume or something like that at the time, or was this the MMF supposedly hack? It was either one of those two. Let me know, Jake. I believe it was the MMF hack, wasn't it? Where there was some kind of freaking people were thinking they were buying in on call on MMF, and it was going into someone's wallet, and then they did a big sell-off. It's what they claim. Real quick, guys, make sure you guys hit that like. We got like 60 people here and like 30 likes. What's going on here, bruh? Come on. Do it for call. Call. Let's check out what Milady's got going on. Oh yeah, let's see here. Did Milady's with hat? Did it drop? Nah, that's a fake one. That's a fake one too. So Milady with hat didn't drop yet, it looks like. Rosales said, "You make sound like koala." What does a koala sound like? I've never heard of a koala. I've never heard of a koala. Let's look up koala sounds real quick. All right, you guys ready for this? Let's see.
Baby koala squeaking.
Whoa.
He is hungry and very talkative. Calling for his mom.
Yeah, we're going to look at Mog right now.
Trying to communicate.
I don't...
Upset koala screeching.
You guys don't want me making those noises on here.
The koala growl.
Oh. Imagine
Koala
walking through the
screeching.
woods, it's dark, and you hear that. I would start running.
Male koalas grunt
Imagine
to
listening to
attract
this, you're walking through
females.
the woods, and it's dark, and that's behind you doing that.
Some people call it a koala roar.
Nah, I'm out. I'm running. Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna do a hard pass on doing koala sounds on the channel. Yeah. Can you yeah, let's see here. I swear they're silent animals. Oh, Rob said come to Australia, right? The lady is the name is Lady F. Is it on here though? Let's see here. Did they drop? Oh, they did. Okay, they did drop. Look at that, guys. Holy shit a moly. Excuse my language. You guys want to talk about some freaking whale manipulation? Look at this. Woo. And you guys know what happened. It's because they had such a big pre-sale that everybody on pre-sale freaking just sold off like crazy. That's craziness. Look at that. It says it's backed by Elon Musk. Nice. They'll probably start shooting up again. With this project, you know, there was a lot of pre-sales. They even said it. They said they had to send back a bunch of money because they had too much. They tried to or they generated the pre-sales. They ended up getting like 10 times more than what they needed. So they ended up sending back a lot of money back to people that jumped in or gave them too much. And, you know, you can still see it doesn't matter. I mean, that pre-sale launch, you know, look at this thing shot up. Look at this. You can't even see the price, how high when it initially started and how much it actually came down on here. So you guys want to talk about freaking, imagine people buying in up there. Now they're down probably like 99% on their investment. But I think in the long term, if this finally found a bottom, I think long term this project will start moving back up. It'll probably start moving back up. Party said he would love to hear that sound on the koalas. All right, bro. We'll do that. We'll do some koala sounds in the Discord. Can you look up? All right, hold on. Lady F, can you look up Mog? Let's look up Mog. Oh, look real quick for Milady. You see where she hit her head? We still have not broke this spot. And if you guys want to learn how I found this beautiful spot for some support, make sure you guys jump on that members, because we are going to be covering that on the next class this weekend coming up. We're going to be checking out how to find support, resistance, moving averages, and fib retracements. It's going to be fun. Mog looks like she's having a little bit of a run. Oops, did I move that fib retracement? Mog's looking like she's going on a little bit of a run here. Up 25% for the day. Not too bad. Market cap 350 million, so not too shabby on that. You can see we had this support level right here where she bounced. She did break below slightly, which would have been a beautiful dollar cost average in right here below the support level. And I think I was telling everybody that when we were watching this, I was like, if you guys can get anywhere around this spot right here, the 61 or 62 or below, I was like, historically speaking, you can see it has been nothing but a plus, right? It's been nothing but a plus if you can buy in at this level right here at the 62 or below, right? Dollar cost averaging in, you're most likely up on your investment, right? So if you guys were able to catch anything around this 62 level, you can see you're up definitely probably over 25% most likely. Let's see, from this support level to where it's at right now, you're up 56% on MOG. So not too bad at all. Definitely going for a run. Now I will tell you, you can see previously MOG has never really found much support. It did right here slightly at the 236, but it couldn't hold and it broke below, right? You can see when it bounced off this support level, it was hitting its head on the 236. So this thing's probably going to come back up, hopefully come up to this 236, and it's most likely going to hit its head. Now, if it comes back and it retests it multiple times, and the market itself needs to continue to be doing well, right? Bitcoin needs, I think this week we're going to be doing well in the crypto space, hopefully, right? Bitcoin looks like she's wanting to have a nice breakout. We'll let it be there. We'll see how it plays out for this weekend or this week. But if that goes on, right, Bitcoin starts going on for another rally. If MOG is at least around this 236, somewhere around here, retesting this, it'll probably break out and most likely find some support above this 236. When you do find support above the 236, which is around that 10 mark, that's when you're going to see MOG coming back up and start retesting those all-time highs. So, but doesn't look bad at all. Todd said, can you check out Dogecoin? Yeah, I got you, bro. What's old Dogecoin doing nowadays? Looking good. Almost the same thing what we just talked about, right? But Dogecoin actually is coming up. It just tested the 236, and you can see so far it's hit its head on that 236. That's around that 17.6 mark, right? So with Doge, like I said, the same thing. It's going to probably need to come retest this multiple times before it breaks over. If Bitcoin obviously starts doing really well, you're going to see Doge break through that 236. What we want to see is some candles, whether they're red or green, finding support above the 236. If and when that does happen, that's when you're going to see us breaking or probably coming up and testing this local high at around 20 cents for Doge. But Doge, honestly, you can see on a beautiful upward trend. So it looks good. Well, Rob, what'd you say? Please? Me too. What are y'all talking about? Thoughts on Doge or Dog Elon Mars? Damn it, I did it. Dog Elon. Just can never do it. So for Dog Elon, she is at a pivotal spot right now. Oh, he said the sound koala. No. I ain't doing that one, bro. So for Dog Elon, you guys can see we are at a pivotal spot right now. Big spot for some support, and you can see it's been consolidating around that spot, but it technically has not been able to find support above it as of now, right? has not been able to find support above it. So what I will say for this project is, doesn't look terrible. It's sitting right above its 200A, so it's still technically bullish in my definition. You guys know how I feel about Dog Elon. It just hasn't done anything in a while, right? I mean, I think it's going to do really well in the bull run. Sorry, I was drinking some water. I think it's going to do good in the bull run, but, for right now, I understand how investors are just like, bro, do something. Freaking do something here, man. Like, it looked like it did have a nice breakout, right? But you can see it's been slowly moving back down towards the 200-day moving average, right? So I think the only thing I could say for this is if it's long-term for you, right now is not a bad spot to be dollar cost averaging in. And if you do get the opportunity for this thing, I'm not saying it's going to, but if it does come down towards this 200A, that would be a beautiful spot to just dollar cost average in on this spot, because you can see it has found massive support on the 200A. And oh, damn it, moved my fib retracement. Moved my fib retracement. But what I was going to say about the 200A is if you were to buy historically around that 200A moving average, you're doing really well. Doing really well, regardless of whatever Dog Elon is doing right now. If you were to buy around that 200A, you're doing fairly well right now. So Becky asks, is Milady a good coin to buy right now? She said she has 100,000 million. She said she has 720 million. Nice. Solid bag. Honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say we're the official Milady channel, but I feel like we should be, right? We're like one of the only channels that have been covering Milady for the last year, right? We're not one of those bandwagon, people that are jumping on now and telling you that Milady's is going to $10. Did I tell you that I saw that the other day? Someone posted a video that said Milady's could possibly hit $10. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me right now? And don't tell me, oh, but they're going to have burns. Bro, for it to hit $10, they'd have to burn 90% of the circulating supply, which is not possible. It's not possible. But yes, I do think that Milady's is a beautiful coin to be buying, honestly. And you guys know the reason why I always say Milady has a beautiful community. On CoinMarketCap, just probably about a month ago, it had 30,000 followers. This thing's about to be at 60,000 followers for Milady. Let's look up the wallets real quick. We haven't looked that up in a while. Let's see here. Look at that. We broke 20,000 wallets. 20,690 wallets. So we've gone up. In the last few weeks, we've moved thousands of wallets, which means thousands of people have been buying in on Milady right there. So that's a good sign right there. But like I was saying for Milady, the market cap is still so relatively small compared to a lot of these other bigger meme coins. And we have such a big community that's been growing. I think this project, my opinion, is going to break billions on market cap. I think it's going to go to $2 to $10 billion, if not more. So I think it's a great investment, honestly. My opinion. No problem, Becky. Thank you for joining the stream today. Appreciate it. Eat that dip, boys. Can't believe we've done $71,000 in volume, and we just dropped yesterday. Every time this freaking whale tries to sell off, I'm telling you guys, we're just going to continue to eat this dip. He's literally almost done. So what he's doing is he's replacing his position and handing it over to you guys, right? He's handing it over to you guys, myself, all of us, because we're all eating the dip up. and we're gonna be going on a beautiful run. I'm telling you guys, I can't spill the beans just yet. Let's let everything play itself out. But we just want to see anybody that's not part of this channel, that's not with us. Let them take their profits and move the hell on, right? Let them move the hell on. Exactly. Mama said, I'll take his dip. Same here. Julio said, I'm bullish on ladies and Peng and Turbo. Nice. I've heard a lot about Turbo. Let's look up Turbo real quick. I know Turbo, we just looked it up the other day. We had it up. Yep, we had the fib right here. Doesn't look too bad. What's the market cap on Turbo? $45 million, so very small. Very small market cap. What is this, Ethereum? Okay. Not too bad. It looks like it's broke out of like just the DeFi. It's on Gate.io now. You can see HTX, OKX. So it's starting to slowly but surely get on some exchanges. So that's not bad at all. The market cap's relatively small, so I wouldn't be surprised if this project does pretty well in the bull run. Rob said, best community, Becky. Very helpful. Join the Discord if you aren't already. I'll add the Discord to the top of the chat. I know Prodigy was like, bro, add the Discord, please. Sorry about that. There we go. So if you guys are active in Discord, I just added it to the chat, and I'm gonna pin it to the front or on the top of the chat. That's gonna be Discord for the channel. So if you're not already joined on there, jump in there. We got a big community in the Discord, and I mean, you have any questions, we got people up all night talking about crypto, not just Milady, but everything, DeFi, you name it. What's trending for today? Let's look up boom. I don't know what to actually call it. Is it bomb? Boom. It's like home, but boom. So we were talking about this yesterday. I think it finally found some support, and it's been kind of consolidating where it's at. So I wouldn't be surprised if this thing consolidates for, a little bit longer and then eventually starts going on another run. Market cap is relatively, in my opinion, pretty high. It's at like $800 million. 800 million, yeah, I was going to say, is it higher than that? Somewhere around that $800 million mark. So, I mean, it's relatively high. Yeah, 744 million. So, I mean, it's pretty high for a brand new meme coin. But, this thing was up to over $1 billion in just a day. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it definitely breaks that $1 billion mark. Please. All right, I just pinned the Discord on the top. Rosella said, when will the bull run? When will be the bull run? What month? I mean, dude, if I knew exactly when that would happen, we'd all be filthy rich, right? We'd all be filthy rich. What do I think? It's hard to pinpoint exactly when. The bull run, we're already in a bull run, right? But what I think you're asking is, when are we going to be in the thick of the bull run, right? Like when are we going to be at like the prime of the bull run? And you guys remember we talked about this. So we have pre-halvening, which is right now that we're in. Still calling for a $76,000 to $80,000 Bitcoin as far as pre-halvening. Sell the news event. We go through a few weeks after. This is after the halvening, which is going to be in April. Pretty much, we're chopping. Hopefully we find some support somewhere around these levels that I have marked at our previous high at around 69. We chop around. Historically, that's usually what happens. We see a sell the news event. Bitcoin will come back down. It'll retrace, and find some solid support. Then post-halvening, usually Bitcoin will go and make an all-time high. Well, remember, we've already been making all-time highs. This year's been a little bit different. I think we're in an accelerated super cycle bull run is what I think we're in. Right now, we're obviously in a small retracement, but I think when we get back on track, things are going to be moving very fast. We're probably going to make an all-time high again right before the pre-halvening. Sell the news event, find some support somewhere around, probably around that 69,000, 70,000 mark. Chop around for a few weeks. Maybe it's a month or two that we chop around, right? Bitcoin starts running again, goes up, makes another all-time high, and then I think we're in altcoin season. So with all that said, time frame, I've been saying this. I think we're going to be in the thick of the bull run. People were calling 2025. I think we're going to see it probably at the end of 2024, probably around the holidays. Most likely is what I think we're going to be seeing as far as a bull run. And I don't mean as far as a bull run. I mean like being in the thick of the bull run, because we're already in a bull run. I think we're going to see altcoin season where alts are absolutely going berserk, right? Going absolutely crazy. I think that's when we're going to see is towards the end of this year. And I'm talking about when Ethereum is at $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Solana is up to like $300, $400, $500. That's when you're going to know we're in the thick of the bull run. We're in altcoin season. We were talking about this and we haven't brought it up in a while, is Bitcoin's dominance. Bitcoin's dominance still at that about 52% right now. When we're in altcoin season, what I'm saying towards the end of this year, you're going to see Bitcoin's dominance start dropping down into the 40s. That's when you're going to know that we're most likely in Bitcoin or in altcoin season. Bitcoin's dominance is going to start dropping, and you're going to see all this money flowing in to all your favorite altcoins. So I'm honestly thinking towards the end of this year for right now is the way it looks. Music Man said, good streams. So much happening in crypto. You are correct, but I just feel like today, when it's like a day like today, it's like we're trying to figure, like we're like, I'm sitting here like trying to look for things, interesting things, because it's like a Sunday, and it's just one of those chill days, right? Where there's not really too much going on. There's not a lot of price action going on. It is what it is. But I think that as we go through these days, right? We go through these little weeks where it's like kind of goes into a boring stage, right? And then like this week coming up, we see an explosion in price. And now we're going to have in the stream 200 people in here asking questions like crazy. It starts getting real fast paced again, right? So it's one of those chill days where I think we're in the cuffs of seeing some big moves coming up this week. Hopefully towards the upside, right? And let's see here. Music Man said, big Bitcoin moves over 1 billion of Bitcoin removed from Coinbase according to Whale Alert, and 5 huge addresses transferred 2 billion. Nice. So he's saying, let's see here, 1 billion of Bitcoin removed from Coinbase. So if you're wondering, is that good news? So whenever you see, because they'll have whale alerts where these people literally, they monitor wallets that carry like a certain amount of Bitcoin or more. And when they see, usually they see these whales. Whales are people that have like a certain amount of Bitcoin, but a big chunk, right? When they see them moving Bitcoin from Coinbase to taking them off exchanges, that usually means that's a good thing, right? When you see whales putting them on exchanges, that means they're getting ready to sell, right? So if you're seeing them moving Bitcoin off of the exchanges, most of the time, that usually means that they're taking it off, putting it in a cold storage wallet or wherever they feel like it's safe, taking it off the exchange with anticipation that we're probably going to see some big moves going towards the upside, or they're holding for the long haul, right? With anticipation that Bitcoin is going to go up from where we're at right now. So usually when you see that, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. And he said that was the biggest in 2024 so far. Nice. And he said also, yes, and a very large amount of Ethereum moved on to exchanges. And you know why, Music Man? We talked about this earlier briefly. Unfortunately for Ethereum, it's remember I was telling you guys, we covered the article. The SEC is giving out signals that they might be coming after Ethereum as a security, kind of like what they did for XRP, right? So I'm thinking, with that being said, there's probably it's scaring some investors that are holding on to a lot of Ethereum right now, right? So that's the only thing I can think of why they would be moving on to exchanges with possibly the anticipation that they're going to be selling off on Ethereum, most likely, right? He said Mr. 100, or somebody else said Mr. 100. Yep. And it sucks because usually Ethereum runs with Bitcoin, right? So usually when you see people taking Bitcoin off the exchanges, you usually see the same thing for Ethereum. But right now we're seeing the opposite. And the only thing I can think of is because of what's going on with the SEC. So someone asked, let's see here, Gonzalez, I can't even barely see anybody other than the green. Everybody's members. Shout out to all the members out there, right? Let's see here. Can you look up UPU on Ethereum? We can check it out. Uh-oh, who's eating up that dip? Let's see here. What was that? APU. APU. I'm reading what this is right here. So, I mean, as far as looking at the charts, the first thing you guys know what I look at. Liquidity looks very good. $700,000 in liquidity, that's awesome. And the market cap, really well, $17 million. $17 million is actually pretty small for an Ethereum project, right? So it's definitely looks good. Looks like it dropped around the 11th. And you guys can see, just like I told you guys, look at this. You see how there was a nice run up, and then it almost came all the way down to where its lows were, right? Where it kind of launched. You can see that, right? And now it's starting to rebound. It happens with every DeFi project. Like I was telling everybody at the beginning for our project that we dropped, right? For no FUD, you can see the big run up, and then we bounced because you had a lot of whales that bought in, right? Jumped in like crazy, making their profits, and now they're moving on, right? And they're going to end up paying dearly for that, right? Because when we're up to $1 billion market cap, they're going to be looking back like, damn it. But for this project, you see the same thing. You see a beautiful big run up, a double top, and then you see basically a lot of profit being taken. And you can see it drop down. It technically, look at this drop right here. This drop right here, you can see, we'll put it on here. This thing pretty much dropped almost down to where it started at, right? You can see this drop right here came all the way down to where it almost started at when it first went live. So that was a beautiful spot to jump in on if you were able to buy from right there. But the point of what I'm getting to is you saw all these whales jump in and make their profits, right? And now you're seeing that the project's probably going to naturally start moving up again. This was an epic spot right here of anybody that caught this project down here because they're already up like crazy. Let's see if it'll give us a percentage. Yeah, look at that. They're up from that drop. Oh, not even. I'm looking at. Hold on here. Did I move my line? I think I moved my line. Didn't even see that happen. Let's see here. I bet you they're up like 600%. No way. Oh my gosh. From that drop all the way to where the price is right now, 2,500% move. That is insane. That was a beautiful spot to buy right there. That's why I'm telling you guys, eat the dip up. Let the whales come in. Let them go. Eat the dip up. And you can see right here for this project, they did the same thing. And obviously, whoever did that is doing really well. So, but for this project, doesn't look bad at all, dude. Like I said, for an Ethereum project, being around $17 million, That's relatively low, I will say. So move this fib right there. So you can see it's found some support somewhere around the 618 right here, right? You can see it jumped up and it's been bouncing. Beautiful W pattern right there. Look at that. But it didn't play out as well as you would want. But I mean, like I keep saying, project doesn't look bad at all. I guess if this is something you're invested in or looking long term, I would be waiting to see if it does have another cool off anywhere under this 25, which would be the 786. Anything under that 786, historically speaking, right? If you were to buy in anything under that 786, you've done really well, right? You've done really well. So check that out. Look for those spots. That would be where I dollar cost average in. Anything under that, basically that 24 mark right there. So good luck with that project. Muhammad said, NFK about to pull a Shiba move. Mark this post. Hell yeah. Music Man, let's see here. I saw it few minutes too late, but I had it this morning. Oh, Josh, morning Crip. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know I got my mom and dad to buy each $5 million of Milady, girl in the family, and got $7 billion NFK. Super excited. Nice, bro. Nice. Got mom and dad on that Milady train. And like we were saying in the beginning of the stream, I think Milady's, honestly, you guys can see right here. I mean, she's clearly on an upward movement, right? You guys can see the dips have been higher each time, right? So I honestly think that this week coming up in the market, we're going to be seeing some good moves. I mean, we obviously don't have that confirmation yet, but just looking at how the charts look, you can see this was the FOMC drops, right? But you can see even Bitcoin's making higher lows. So I think as we get into this week, hopefully we will see us get back on track, right? Get back on track. I think what I want to see, and for me to be like, we are on track, is if we can break above this spot right here, which is going to be this was our previous all-time high, the 69,000. We can get above that 69,000 and find support above it. We're right back on track on where we need to be. So, and then obviously Bitcoin does that, you're going to see Milady get right back up to these all-time highs. We are not far from our all-time high, and that's why I've been telling you guys, Milady has just been looking as bullish as she's ever looked, right? We are 50% away from the all-time high that we've made, and you guys know, if you're familiar with Milady, that is a light day for Milady when she's running, right? Let's look at this right here. This was on March the 13th. This was all in one day, March the 13th right here. Let's see what she did. On the 13th, she bounced right there, and this is when she made almost an all-time high. 66% on the 13th. In one day, she moved up 66%. We're 50% away from an all-time high. We are not far. That is light work for Milady. So definitely think that's a good investment. And in my opinion, I think that she's obviously gonna do very well, in the thick of the bull run. Like I said, I want to see this week, see how it plays out, but hopefully we are back on track for the whole crypto market. For the weekly, you guys can see she's still sitting at around 38% up for Milady. And then for the month, Milady is up over 300% for the last month. I mean, look at that chart. This kind of really plays out like I told you, she's clearly on an upward move. We went up, I think, because we had such a crazy run up. We had a lot of people take profits on top of that. This was during the FOMC meeting, right? During the FOMC meeting, we saw, the whole market had a big cool off. But just look at that chart. We're clearly on an upward move. So Muhammad said, how much is a trillion NFK? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea right now. I really do not know how much a trillion is, to be honest with you. I'd have to pull out the handy dandy calculator and all that good stuff. But it's a trillion's probably like $1,000, if not more. Let me see if I can look it up on my calculator real quick. Where is calculator? Oh, there it is. It's so many damn zeros. I'm using an iPhone. I gotta put it sideways, so I have a bigger screen. But let's see here. So NFK has 7 zeros. Let's see here. Well, how the hell would you do that? 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what's the price? We'll just do 2, 2. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting here. I did the damn equation wrong. 1 trillion. $1 trillion. 100 million. 100 billion. 1 trillion. Times 0.1234567 equals. Damn. It says right now, you know how much a trillion would cost? I don't know if I did the math right, but it says it would be 20,000. He said, do the math on the deck screener will be quicker. Jojo, thanks for telling me after I just spent 5 minutes on there, bro. I forgot you could do that right here. Yeah, so that's what mine said, 20,000, 23,000. That's crazy. I mean, you think about it, right? The price, we're at 7 zeros. What's Milady at? How many zeros is Milady at right now? I think she's at 6 zeros, right? I believe Milady's is at 6 zeros. So imagine a trillion of Milady. It's up there as well in price. That shit would be worth probably like $25,000, $30,000 for a trillion. $20K. Who's going to be the first trillionaire or the first trillion to hold on to NFK? In our storage wallet, we have, obviously, I don't even know what it is. It's a big chunk in the storage wallet. Prodigy said we surpassed call. We did last night, and he's talking about in price. Well, yeah, because I don't know what call has. Oh, because NFK has, we have about 20 trillion in circulation. Call has 777 in trillion. 777 in trillion. So they have a lot more in circulation. That's why price wise we were higher briefly last night when we were at $1 million market cap. So. Because they have, 700 trillion. That's what Milady has right now. But obviously, Milady's market cap is, a lot higher than any like call or NFK right now. Milady's is at $200 million. So. Yeah, call has over 700 trillion in circulation right now. Let's see what call's doing right now. Not doing too bad. I will tell you, going all through this was just, I was taking advantage of all these swings, right? Taking advantage of all these dips. You can see now that all these whales have gotten out of call, or these people that had like enormous positions, they've gotten out. At least the paper hands. The price has really been, it's been stable, and it's been slowly but surely moving up, so you can see that with call. Like I say that where every project that drops, it's the name of the game, right? Because when these projects drop, their market caps are so low. So if you're able to find these hidden gems, there was a project that back in 2021, it was called Crovid on Chronos. It was called Crovid Not COVID, but Crovid for like crow. And I just stumbled across it because the technique that I showed everybody in the members only, stumbled across it, and I put like $100 in the project, right? And I ended up being like what I always speak of, how these people are freaking whales. There was like 200 trillion circulation. I put in like I don't remember, it wasn't much, but I had literally like 40% of the circulating supply in my wallet, and it started to blow up. And I literally was able, like, for like a solid 4 months, I would sell off like $400 every day. $400 every day. I didn't want to like kill the price, and I would literally just sell off $400 every day on the project. Just off of that little ass investment that I made, I was able to bring back like 100x off of the project. And it was just because it's positioning yourself on a lot of these projects. I'm sure the people that were running the project were like, damn, who the hell, how'd this whale get in here? Like it's the name of the game for these projects. But eventually I got the hell, eventually I sold off on the project. Unfortunately, we went through a very bad bear market in DeFi in the last 2 years. So the project eventually, it's still probably around, but it's not anywhere where it was, right? It probably has a very small market cap. But I eventually sold off. I don't know what happened after the project, if they continued to move up or whatever the case was. There was actually a big community about it, talking about it on Facebook, but I already was out of it. So, but and I did that also. I don't know if you guys remember Crow King. Crow King was on Chronos, and the same thing, bro. I did the same thing. I threw like $300 on Crow King when it first dropped. I mean, no one knew about the project. It was like $20,000 market cap, and I threw it in, right? And we ran up all the way up to, I remember Crow King, we ran up all the way to a $20 million market cap, and I had like 10 grand in the project off of a freaking $300 move, so it definitely happens. But eventually I sold off. I was a whale in Crow King as well, and I ended up selling off. Milady looks good, guys. She's looking good. She's looking very nice. Let's update any news. See if there's anything going on. Absolutely nothing going on for today. This was on the 22nd, so that was 2 days ago. Bitcoin slips to 64 as large Grayscale outflows continue. Yeah, Grayscale, we talked about this last week. Grayscale was one of the bigger contributors to the sell-off. They've been selling off like crazy again. A lot of people are anticipating that they're trying to prepare themselves for the Sell the News event for the halving, but at the same time, it's like, why are they doing it so early? We still have 30 days until the halving, and they're selling off now. Makes no sense. And then they like changed their fees to where their buy-in fee is real cheap, but their selling fee is like outrageous. They changed their fees, and it's weird because all the other ETFs like BlackRock and Fidelity and all them, they all have free. It's free trading. Like, you can buy in on the ETFs for free. Right? So, I mean, they're encouraging people to buy and sell. On Grayscale, it's completely different. They're trying to get people to buy in as they're selling off, and they're taxing everybody that wants to sell off. So it's just a little bit odd with Grayscale. Muhammad said, get the paper hands out of NFK. Over time, bro, they will. They'll eventually all move off. There's not much. There's only like a few wallets that jumped in immediately, like I said, and they'll be out. They're already, we're all monitoring the wallets, and they're slowly but surely jumping out, so we're not too worried. So you can kind of see how the market looks. We have a couple big players, big movers like 14, 18%, 10%, here and there. But for the most part, you can see a lot of the market is slightly in the red, right? So that's pretty much what we're seeing for today. It's a typical Sunday, nothing too crazy. I honestly think that we're setting up for this week to be pretty good. So Well, obviously, tomorrow morning, we'll kind of start seeing what's going to happen around 9:30 when the actual market opens up. We're going to see, is Grayscale going to continue the sell pressure, or are we going to start moving up, right? Are we going to start, the buyers are going to start taking over because we have that pre-halvening pretty much setting in. I mean, we're within 3 weeks now of the pre-halvening, so we'll definitely have to see how tomorrow starts off. But let's see here. Other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Go enjoy your day today. Take yourself off the charts for a little while and just enjoy yourself, right? Tomorrow, we have a whole new week starting up. Hopefully, we're going to be in the green and we're having some good streams. I want to see that pump back, in the streams where everybody's just going crazy. And that's going to be coming here soon. I have a feeling, right? So, other than that, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, join the Discord if you're active on Discord, and check out NFK No FUD Koala on Solana. We are right now on a beautiful price range where you could easily jump in and get some good positions right now. So make sure you guys check that out. And if we see any dips, just keep eating them up. Take those positions from those whales, because long term, we got some big things going on for this project. Mark my words. So other than that, guys, thank you again so much for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll be back on track this week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the regular streams. And also make sure you guys, we do have a big members only stream coming up this weekend as well. It's going to be for, like I said, fib retracements, support levels, all kinds of stuff that we're going to be marking down as far as, being a better trader. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see each and every one of you guys tomorrow, unless you're in the Discord. If you're in the Discord, I'll see you guys all day today, all right? All right, guys. See ya.